Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who always sticks his face into alien eggs whenever he sees them. It's Norbert Morvan.
When they first heard about this thing, it was crew expendable. The next time they sent in Marines, they were expendable too. What makes you think they're going to care about a bunch of lifers who found God at the ass end of space? You really think they're going to let you interfere with their plans for this thing? They think we're crud. And they don't give a fuck about one friend of yours that's died. Not one, Hoffmeyer.
Weyland-Yutani sucks.
Weyland-Yutani sucks.
Walter Hill, when he was making Alien, was like, this is an anti-evil corporation film. They're just, what's funny? The xenomorphs themselves are almost completely like passive antagonists. In the first film, they're sitting in the derelict ship for 2,000 years. Whoops. Like Weyland-Yutani, hey mother, go check this out. And then Ash is like, we're gonna let it in. And then you make aliens. Hey, remember that ship that crashed on? We're sending a colony there. Done. Alien 3. Hey, that queen alien in your belly? We want it. No.
We're gonna keep that.
Yeah,
we're
Alien
keep
4,
that, actually,
like Alien 4, it's the military, right? But like they still have the DNA of the queen alien. It's like, guys, and in Prometheus, dead planet. David from Weyland-Yutani shows up. He's too good. He's too glitchy. He's like too good of an android. He opens up the doors. He gets everyone killed. Alien Covenant. Like, I love that the goo he takes. So the engineers create humans. David takes the goo and then drops it on them. We create David. Engineers create humans, right? And then humans create David. And then David takes the goo and drops it on the engineers and kills them.
That's right. Like, that's right. Kills him horribly.
And like, even with Romulus, we're not going to get into spoilers, but Weyland again. It's like these xenomorphs would just be sitting in shifts doing nothing. Like
they would
in the movie universe. Let's not talk about the comics and everything, the planet, the xenomorph planet,
right,
all that.
right.
But like even on AVP, it's like they got overran and had a nuke planet, and then in AVPR they had a nuke planet again. Like these things, like xenomorphs have never opened the movie of like we're gonna attack. It's like they're just hanging out, right? And then people are like, oh, let's make them. Let's let them on the ship. Like they have never once in any movie like been directly responsible for anything.
No, not at all.
Those idiots at Weyland-Yutani. And it's a very interesting animal. Like the Predator goes to hunt, Deep Rising goes to hunt, movie monsters hunt. These things are just chilling, literally chilling for thousands of years. And then bozos mess with them.
This is it, man. They're basically the sharks of the universe. They take they take care of the detritus, and they are the apex predator. And listen, if you didn't jump into space, we wouldn't impregnate you with chest bursters. It's pretty much that simple. You feel bad for the surfer who gets their leg torn off, but at the same time, bruh, you're kind of surfing in shark infested waters.
Yeah. You can't get mad at the shark. You can't.
The shark is just doing its job, man. The shark is just doing its job. You look like a seal to the shark. Unfortunately for the xenomorphs, they're not even just about seals. Anything that's big enough for a face hugger to latch on, we're good. We're going to make something weird. Dog alien, check. Alien 3 assembly cut, ox, cool. That's plenty of size. We're good to go. You know what I mean? Let's just latch on to something and see what happens. This is what we do.
They just hang out. They just wait.
All
these things do is relax. And then Weyland-Yutani's like, hey, we should go bring them back. Like, no. Like even the engineers lost control of the goo. Idiots. Like it's and like, listen, what's crazy? So I had to watch all the movies again. I'm writing an episode that's going to come out in October for Film Theory. And I watched Prometheus and Alien Covenant again. Movies I adore. I think Fassbender might be top 2 character. Him and Ripley are the best characters in the entire franchise. Like hands down for me.
Interesting.
I mean, I love Hudson, but and like Michael Bihn's cool, but I mean, and also Harry Dean Stanton and Yaphet Kotto, who are like, we need money, man. We need to but I digress. But you know what I noticed? So in Prometheus, idiots, right? Alien Covenant, idiots. But Ridley Scott is a very smart man, and he made The Last Duel. He's making Gladiator 2. The guy's still sharp as a tack. So I think he's not just going to make these people that dumb. Just they're not like, you know what, Norbert? I think the reason they're that dumb is he's just like, you have 3 levels in these movies. You have humans, engineers, and David and androids, right? Like David is superior to humans on every level whatsoever.
All
Like,
of them.
remember when Guy Pearce created him and he's like, I'm better than you. Just
Yeah. So
but
you are looking for your maker. I'm looking at mine. You're gonna die. I'm not.
yeah,
Guy Pearce is like, bring me this tea.
yeah,
So
exactly.
let's not talk about this anymore.
Ooh, what's
The
that?
tea.
Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that?
Bring me this tea, David. The tea.
Oh, have you seen I don't know, like I got some fembots from Austin Powers for you. Here you go. And I think those movies are just showing how low humans are on the food chain. Like they are the idiots because the stuff they do in those movies are so idiotic. But I really think so, man. I honestly believe he made them so dumb on purpose just to explain humans' hubris and how low we are. Like we are nothing to David. We are nothing to xenomorphs. We're nothing to engineers. Like we're just nothing. And I think that's why people walk up to spores and touch them and then breathe in the spore juice. That's why Billy Crudup goes, what's that? And like looks right into an egg.
No one has ever looked closer at an alien egg.
Yeah, exactly.
Than Billy Crudup. Not even poor Officer Kane, who had the idea that, well, you know, I'm in a spacesuit. You know, nothing's gonna break through a spacesuit. You have that feeling, you know. So he gets close in there. But this guy, David, has just made friends with the monster who bit the head off of one of your crew members. You see her head floating around in the little sink. And then this guy says, okay, I'll just explain everything to you. Why don't you come follow me into this dark underground hole and look very closely at this organic thing that I made after having explained to you that I've made uncountable number of horrific abominations. Sure, this one is just going to give you a cheeseburger when it pops out. Just for Christ's sake, the problem, you see, your theory, while intriguing,
it's true.
In the first, it's a powerful
in those
theory,
two
man.
movies. In those two movies.
Yeah. For those two.
Yeah.
Because in Aliens, the hubris is so earned because is this going to be a stand-up fight or another bug hunt? And the way he says bug hunt, you automatically understand that not only are these maybe the best soldiers ever, they have exterminated planets full of creatures with very little problem. And if they've ever run into a problem, we got sonic electronic ball breakers, knives, sharp sticks, nukes, phase particle plasma rifles. They murder things for a living, gleefully so, to the point where it's
good
boring.
At it.
Yeah, to the point where it's boring. So when they walk into that nest, wait a minute, infrared doesn't work? Wait a minute, they're coming out of the walls and floor? Wait a minute, acid for blood? Nah, we didn't sign up for this. That's not cool, man. So that is earned. The first movie, they're just truck drivers.
Yeah.
They don't run into aliens at all. And they're literally going through God knows where in space to pick up rocks.
They do nothing wrong. The only human, Ash is the one who lets the creature in, and Ash is working for Mother. So it's the humans do nothing wrong. They really don't. And they're smart. Like Ripley is smart. Like remember when they try to make Ripley the bad guy? Hey, you're not coming in. It's quarantine. You're not coming in. And then Ash overrides her. Like I love that scene. And then you have like you said, aliens. No one knows, dude. Like you and I are elite soldiers, and we go somewhere, and then we're attacked by Yautja. Like that's not our fault. You know what I mean?
We have been exterminating species for centuries at this point. We go to a planet. You know what? It's got unobtainium. Let's kill them all. Kill them all. We're taking the unobtainium.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They got water there. Cool. Let's just neutron bomb. Good. They're gone.
Let's suck their air out of their planet, like in Spaceballs.
Why not?
Where's the vacuum cleaner? You know, even Alien 3, nothing they do is bad. You know, they come to the planet, and either a dog or an ox alien, they're done. And they do the best they can. Alien 4, it's Weyland who are the idiots because they're like, hey, let's put 3 xenomorphs in a cage, and then they just kill the thing and eat the acid through. Like,
here's the thing. By Alien 4, they do the Joss Whedon thing
Ugh.
where,
Okay,
where
watch
there
it
is no
on
Wayland.
mute.
You
Watch
they what?
watch Alien Resurrection on mute. Don't listen to Joss Whedon's dialogue and just enjoy the Frenchness of it.
What I'm telling you
I know.
is
Oh,
Wayland.
they got rid of
No, I mean,
Wayland.
yeah, Wayland Utani's gone
The
by
military.
Resurrection
Yeah.
because Walmart has won
Yeah.
the corporate wars. And that is when I put my hand in my hands and said, "Oh my God, I paid $10 for this movie."
Norbert, watch it on mute. It looks
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
it's visually great.
Dude who directed Amelie directed it. Like, it's gorgeous. Yeah, Joss
And
Whedon.
the lost children or something like that. Children of lost.
The City of Lost Children. I own it somewhere. I forget the name. And I have Delicatessen too. But like, that movie's gorgeous, man. And like, Ripley becoming that clone who becomes like, that's such a Wayland or Walmart move. It's like, let's keep these things around. Let's not respect the most deadly hunters on the planet.
Yeah.
And we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like it's such a cynical franchise that I love it. And then,
it is.
Like, what, they spent $50 trillion to go to that planet, and then they just get wiped out because they're idiots. And David's like plopping stuff in drinks. I love when Numi Rapace is like, "Don't open that door," and David's like, "What?" Boop.
What? Exactly. Listen, David, I think he says in the second one that we're all just waiting for our father to die or something like that. We're waiting for our parents to die. If Guy Pearce, aka Charles Whalen, is just a nicer human being to David, maybe we don't get this genocidal monster that David creates out of his imagination. Because the whole time David just looks at Charles Whalen, so you're gonna die. I'm not. I've been activated for a minute and 30 seconds. I know how to play Wagner. I know what incredible art looks like.
Yeah.
I can identify it by a glance. And you're sitting in this culturally inappropriate chair asking me to bring you tea. Oh, I can't wait to kill the human race, dude. I can't wait.
And
as soon as you're dead, you just give me a moment.
I love what you said too. All he had to just be like, and everyone's an ass to him too in that movie.
Everyone.
Like, Logan Marshall Green's terrible to him, and he plops the thing in his drink. And it's just like, they're all terrible to him. And if Guy Pearce was like, "Listen, I created you to be better than me." Like, that's what parents want with their kids. Like, we want our kids to have better lives than we had. Well, unless you're like a billionaire, then they'll probably become maniacs and like have a terrible life, and you keep them out of jail. I'm being cynical here,
right?
But it's
right.
Like, I created you to do this, like, thrive. Like, if he just did that, he'd be like, "Okay, cool." But then, like, he just goes straight glitchy and murders everyone, then commits genocide of an entire planet. He kills the entire planet.
He kills the entire planet, and not just the engineers, the things that fly, the things that swim,
everything,
the insects, everything. And it's because that, like that episode of The Simpsons where the Krusty the Clown doll wanted to murder. He's like, "Oh, here's the problem. You need to flip that switch from good to bad. Here it is. We'll just reset it." That's what they did to David. How do you create this thing? So what's my purpose? Yeah, we're gonna go find God. You're gonna help me find God. Also, I don't respect you because you're not human. And we're gonna find God. Yeah, but you made me, and the way I'm not gonna say out loud that I disdain you, but just listen to the way I say, "I'm looking at mine." Just the dripping with filth. And this is how you can get Prometheus and you can get Covenant. And these movies are real shaky and got big holes in them. And people, like you say, make the stupidest decisions. But you want to just fast forward to where Fassbender is. Because whether he's Walter or David, the man just carries the picture. He just carries the picture. And then there's so many horny people in Prometheus too. Like Newbie Rapace is getting it on.
And Covenant. There's that shower sex.
Shower sex for no reason. You got Janik, just straight up, if you want to get laid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are you a robot?
Yeah.
Greatest pickup line in the entire series. Are you a robot?
Just 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I'll show you how good a robot I am in 10 minutes. Love the one you wear. I was like, yes. Idris won. Everyone else 0. That was
And you know what about Prometheus? So Megan and I went and watched it, and then after we got out, we just went to Ananda Border and just had margaritas for like an hour and a half, and just was like, "What happened?" Like, okay,
why
yeah.
exactly?
So we're like, the aliens created our planet, and then they're like, "Yo, these people suck. We're gonna go blow them up with alien goo that we've milked from them." And then you're like, so they're on their way, and then the alien goo gets out, and then they all die. So it's like,
Mhm.
whoops. So then aliens keep existing basically just because the engineers lost control of the T virus.
Pretty much. Pretty much. They absolutely created the T virus. It mutates into the G virus, a la Resident Evil 2. Some of the engineers obviously freak out and try to murder the others because you just basically need to glance this thing with your pinky toe, and then it turns you into an unholy abomination
Yeah.
that is just bent on death and destruction and just had the healing powers of Wolverine, you know? So that's what happened to them. They didn't even create the alien. They just make
Milked
things
it.
that will eventually turn into the alien. How do you make this substance? What is the idea behind me and you, Hoffmeyer? We're scientists, man. You know, hey, Hoffmeyer, I just made this black goo. Oh, really? What's it do? Whatever. Whatever you want, bro. Whatever. But Norbert,
Can it
why did you
destroy?
make this goo?
Can it destroy life?
Sure.
Can it create life?
And right after it destroys life, it creates life.
If I put it in your drink and then you hook up with somebody, could you put a thing in their belly which then explodes and then latches onto someone's face and can form a super xenomorph?
You can not only impregnate a woman immediately, her baby is going to come out like a delicious calamari and then eventually become a face hugger because why not?
Can it turn you into a zombie?
You know what? Not only will it turn you into a zombie, you will have Spider-Man leaping ability
Can
and
it,
probably be bulletproof.
in a matter of hours, can it turn a earthworm into a deadly pit viper?
This pit viper will be called adorable by a scientist. That's how magical the goo is. The goo is so incredible, it turns something that is clearly a hostile creature that exudes pheromones that somehow get through his suit that make him think, oh, this is adorable. The same guy who minutes before was scared of a dead alien wants to make friends with a creepy snake monster. Why not, bro?
So
Why not?
if you're walking down somewhere and you just trip and you drop some out of your cup, is the world done?
It's pretty likely, you know. But then again, you know, if we transport some of this goo to a virgin planet and then you drink it and then you fall into that water, your DNA is going to create the fish that crawls out of the water that will eventually create all life on Earth. What do you say? You want some?
Well, what if we get sick of them? Can we drop some on them to kill them all?
Even though we have had no contact with them for millions of years, let's just go back and kill them so we can just do it again. You know, we always have the option to press the reset button. Just like on Nintendo, you know, if you're going to lose the basketball game, but you have your game already saved, you just press reset and start the game over.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Interesting.
Why not?
Should
The
we
goo
keep it
does whatever you want.
should we keep it in a secure place?
I mean, not really. Who's going to come? Who's going to come? Who's going to come trillions of light years to come see us? You know, even though we've left messages all over the earth.
Oh man.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You know, we'll use our flute security system. That's gonna. No one's gonna figure that out.
No.
You know, humans have no rhythm.
The only way we can be defeated if like someone accidentally creates the mother of all AI with glitches and then is mean to it. Yeah, they got a million years before they do that.
See, Dave, I'm telling you, man, David is not broken.
Remember when he got the music wrong though?
Yes, yes.
So he I think he's so good that he does go a bit insane.
This is what it is. He's not broken. They made. He's basically the first real AI that they made. And I mean, we see it today. You know, these people who are working on AI right now. Right now, AI is just all of the combined knowledge of humanity over millennia mashed into something that kind of talks back to you at a higher level than, say, a speak and spell. You know, what's the ingredients of Chalupa. Well, sure, Norbert. Here's what's in a chalupa. Versus Chalupa has the following. But David, they actually made consciousness with David.
Whoops.
Exactly. David is not broken. David is a child in the body of an invincible murder robot. That is what they didn't count on, which is why when Walter comes up, you were too idiosyncratic.
Yeah.
And so they made us simpler because they figured out, okay, we need to stop making these things think.
Yeah.
They made AI that is now what is Microsoft Copilot, except in the body of a robot. It can't do anything on its own. You can't even create a simple tune. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm telling you. I don't think David's broken. David learned from his father. Humans suck, especially billionaires.
So he's like Homelander, but less edgelord.
Exactly.
And doesn't need approval from anybody.
No.
Or
He's
milk.
Invincible. He's basically, and you could absolutely blow his head up, so he's not bulletproof. But barring catastrophic injury, David will never die.
But he's so smart. Like, you say blow his head off, but he's just too smart. I think sometimes just being so smart, you're like, well, I didn't think about that. Then you're dead.
Yeah.
But then you have goo in your drink.
Yeah. Well, Charles Whalen wants to find not just his creator, but he wants to find Ponce de Leon's fountain of youth on the ass end of space.
It's
yeah, it's mind-boggling.
That's why I love the franchise, though, because very rare, all 7 movies in the franchise now, I could talk about for days. I really could. I find something interesting in each and every one of these movies. Like even Romulus, it's more of a straightforward Fede Alvarez movie where he's like, I'm going to bring in young people because when they die, it's more tragic. Like that was his idea. And I think the android too, played by David Johnson's awesome. Andy, like I think he's great. But you talk about these. I could talk about all these movies for days. I could because Alien, it's been covered. We've talked about it, but it's just so visually interesting. Also, too, like the thing I find great about Alien is it borrows from so many things, but then everyone's like, it ripped off Alien, and you're like, bro, like sure, movies rip off Alien, but Alien ripped off everything. So you're just kind of like. And then you look at Aliens, and James Cameron drew a cash symbol on the S for Aliens.
Yes,
and it's a freaking war movie with some of the most endearing, badass action scenes. Alien 3, dude. I watched Alien 3 when I was maybe 11, 10, 12, maybe. I don't know.
I was in college.
Okay, so when did it come out?
97.
Oh, 90.
I'm pretty sure
Alien 3 came out in 92. So that means
92?
I watched it. Yeah, so that means I watched it when I was 11. And I remember just being like, this is heavy and this is grimy and this is mean. And when that alien grabbed that person through the roof and pulled him up, and when Ripley kills herself, and when Charles S. Dutton sacrifices himself again, it's a I just love talking about this franchise with you. Like it's a movie that I think it's with all the production problems and the different cuts, there's so much to cover. Alien Resurrection. Listen, Joss Whedon's dialogue is a gut punch, and it just makes you want to just go puke on someone's shoes, But I love the look of it, and I love how like the underwater scenes. Ripley is a clone, the baby alien that snaps the queen, the queen xenomorph's head. Like I think it's an interesting movie, right? And then you got Prometheus. I mean, that's just I got an episode coming up about that I haven't talked about yet, and I'm going to cover it because there's someone who hates it, so we're going to talk about dedicate an episode to it. And then Alien Covenant, like it becomes like a slasher, but David's incredible in it, and like the 2 Fassbenders, and like it's just a visually interesting. Those Praedomorphs, the albino aliens, they're really interesting.
Yeah.
When David lifts his arms up, and then the little thing lifts his arms up, like
that's right, man.
And now with Romulus, like Romulus is such a straightforward movie, and it's like in the first 15 minutes, it's brilliant because like
it really is.
Rain, played by Kaylee Spaney, who's on a heater from like Civil War and Priscilla. She's like, hey, I want to get off this planet. I got my days. So like, nope, double it. It's like, that's great.
Yes.
And like, you got a robot Andy who's amazing. He's kind of glitchy. He's pre-Ash, and Then they go to their friends. They're like, hey, our parents died. Your parents died. Mining accidents are killing everybody. Like, this is the worst place on earth. There's some
It,
cryopods. Let's go get
oof,
them. Like, that's very smart.
simple,
Yeah.
simple. The
Simple.
motivation is extremely obvious from the time you see that planet.
And that's
And you
all you got to
realize,
do.
woo,
All you got to
woo.
do. And when everyone goes up, you're like, I get it. Like, you got nothing here. Might as well chance it.
Nothing.
And like,
Your options.
when they
What are
get up,
your options?
like, and the
Work,
pilot's
die.
such a badass, right? Like, she's just flying around,
Yes.
docking on different things, and like, they're all
Mm-hmm.
very capable people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cryopods, they find out they have to go on a 9-year trip. They only have like 3 years, so they have to go find more. But that's a good logic. It's like, well, we need this.
It is.
And then, all hell breaks loose. But it's a horror movie at the end of the day, but like, it all feels very logical why this is happening. And the stuff with, I don't want to give more away, but like the stuff with the androids and like, even the fan service, I don't care because it's well done.
Neither do I. There
like,
was only one that was cringy, and you will figure it out, ladies and gentlemen.
And
there was only one that was kind of cringy.
Elevator shaft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have to say it.
Nah.
That didn't make sense.
Nah. And hey, I knew it.
It did make sense.
So then, it's just so straightforward. One end of this, from the Romulus to the Remus, like from one end to the other. It's a very simple thing. And it's crazy. So like, I know Fede Alvarez. Like, I've watched Don't Breathe and the Evil Dead remake. This is a dude who dropped 50,000 gallons of fake blood on people. Like, this is a guy who delights in hurting his cast. This is a guy who like has turkey basters in third acts. Like, so this film, it's interesting too. Like, the Alien movies always have that tacked on ending. The first one, she escapes, the aliens in there. The second one, the Queen Xenomorph latches itself on there. Like the third one, you think it's dead, it comes out again. And Alien Resurrection, the thing comes at him again. Prometheus, the thing comes at him again. Alien Covenant, the thing gets on the ship. It's the same ending every time, and this is no different for this one. But like, Alvarez is always going so insane that I was ready for a divisive ending. Like, I knew what he has up his sleeve. And when you think about Resurrection, Alien 3, Prometheus, Covenant, they've always been divisive. It's like,
oh yeah,
always been divisive. And so I like that this one is. Like, I like that. I feel like it's a lot of fan service, but also Fede throws in stuff that's not safe. And so I dig that about it.
The third act of Romulus takes a very hard turn into the absurd, ladies and gentlemen. And when you see it, you'll realize, okay, one of the 4 original movies, I'll let you figure out which one, he basically redeems the ending of one of the 4 original movies. Because in one of those 4 original movies, it's dumb, okay? And I hate it. I hate that monster. But what he does here, this thing is a nightmare. It's a real nightmare. And it's smart.
And it's smart. And you know what, too, is what Fede Alvarez does is important is he respects all of them. Every single one of them. And I know this takes place between Alien and Aliens, but there's still touches of all the other films. So technically, by this point, 3 of them have happened, and then you still need Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection to happen. But he gives fan service to all of those, and that's why I love the Chucky franchise, the Child's Play franchise, because Don Mancini's like, I don't give a shit what happened in 1. We're gonna bring it up in 7. If 3 sucks, he's like, listen, 4 is garbage. I don't give a shit. It's a canon. Like, we made it. Like, it's canon. But then there's Halloween. That's like, well, we got this one and this one, and well, here there's this franchise and this timeline, and like, well, we got this timeline, but they'll forget about this. Like, get out of here. Like,
it's a lot.
Like, Fede out. That's how you keep fans. Like, that's like, I think appealing to fanboys is dangerous, but I also think by liking all of it, you are like not ignoring some of it. That just shows you respect the franchise. You expect the highs and the lows. You're not retconning anything. Like, you can make things better, and you can answer some questions, but that's why I love Romulus. And I do think, aside from the third act, like, it's very straightforward in the beginning, which is great. And what I like to, what they say, like, if you turn up the heat slowly, like, something doesn't feel itself boiling. Like, that's what I feel this movie is. Like,
that is what it is. That is what it is.
Resurrection destroys in the deep ass end, but it turns up the heat immediately. Like,
Resurrection's insane.
Like, I think it's just a franchise that's I admire, because as much as I love the Predator franchise, like I don't ever want to talk about the Predator. Like the Predator's fine, but I don't give a shit. Like Predators is good. Predator 2 is really good. But like what the Alien and the lore and just the different voices. I read an article from The Ringer, and I'm talking a lot, but I like how they let
Enjoy yourself.
In Marvel, except for maybe like James Gunn and other directors, they're not them. They're making a Marvel movie, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's
You
right.
and I have spent a lot of time talking Marvel, so this isn't a hate thing. It's just you are making that property. If you go into, if you're a director and you go make Game of Thrones, you're not making your movie. You're making Game of Thrones. So I think what Aliens have done, they're like, you know what? Do you want to make Alien Resurrection? Sure. So David Fincher, you want to kill Newt, and you want to, sure. Ridley.
They kind of did that, but they
fought him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The first movie, Ridley Scott makes it, do what you want. You're Ridley Scott, whatever. The second movie, James Cameron, well, he did make that Terminator movie. You got it. You got the juice, bro. Fincher, this is your first movie. Okay, we've got some notes on everything. Every 10 minutes. You can't do anything. So we're on page 57 of the script. Yeah, we just threw the script away. Here's a new script.
Yeah, no,
that poor guy.
You're right, but you still feel the oppressiveness of it. It's a dour movie.
Well, that's how good he is.
Yeah, and like you watch, like it's very Fincher in the fact that it's dour. Like you feel that Fincheristic, Fincheristic stuff in there. So yeah, tons of studio notes.
Fincher-esque.
And Fincher-esque. I like Fincheristic. But you have Alien Resurrection. You're like, what the hell is happening? Like, what?
It is bizarre.
What? But they let him do it. And then Prometheus. Yeah, I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm going to bring in this Lindelof fella who's just going to be like, nah, we don't need aliens. Like, we'll just do it. And like,
the puzzle box, if you will.
Oh, this is the worst. Like, J.J. Abrams is like, Lost, beach, smoke monster, polar bears, cages, smoke monsters. I'm leaving. And
then, what does it mean? I'll talk to you next week, bro. Okay, good talk.
And then you and I are like, oh, so we gotta figure this out. But yeah, like Lindelof is like, well, I don't know. Like, and what's interesting? Another guy wrote a script that was much better. Then Lindelof comes in and is like, well, xenomorph, nah, I'm gonna change it into a blah 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 blah. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, I'll change it into that. You're like, oh no, it's gonna take place on this planet. But like they let him do it.
They did. You see, lore is awesome. Lore is exactly like you're saying. Lore is the difference between Alien being constantly rewatched and we're going back into the well versus Predator. These dudes hunt. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Cool.
That's a good
cool.
Point.
These dudes hunt. I got you. I feel you. And they're awesome hunters. And they might not necessarily speak English, but they kind of can say some words. And oh, by the way, they've mastered interstellar travel. So they're clearly not morons. We got you.
And they have a great scouting system.
That's right. There's no need for an origin for them. All right. I think the problem with what ended up happening with Prometheus and Covenant is Ridley Scott had the brilliant idea of trying to explain what that alien was in the first movie, in the chair, the space jockey, they called it at that time. And that is cool. Potentially, that has a lot of cool stuff that you could get into because these things mastered interstellar travel. And you see the size of this thing, but the aliens still got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they have thousands of eggs in their cargo hold. All right? Thousands. Like more than we've ever seen in any of these movies. So what the hell happened to that alien? If Prometheus is literally just the story of that alien with very little English, like Apocalypto, something like that. You know what I mean? What a story that is. These things, because they're also clearly, we're interstellar travelers of space. You can't tell us shit. We know what we're doing. What is this little thing going to jump on my face? Oh, actually it did. Whoops, I'm dead. That's cool.
Yeah.
And okay, he wants to talk about, where humans come from and why are we here. Great. But these people are morons, Rudy. Somehow they're morons.
Yeah, but you know what I love too? It's like they're like, hey, we're gonna explain where these aliens come from. And like they don't even explain where the aliens come from. They're just like
They don't.
But you know what I love? I think it's funnier that these bozo engineers were like, yeah, let's try to get this goo. Like
Yes,
let's
do
just
the
go
goo.
use. Like we've been using it. Let's go use some goo, and then it kills them because they're idiots. Someone goes
Kills
bad,
them all. Kills them all. Kills
and
them all.
it's hilarious. Like people who engineer life, they call them like the galaxy's gardeners. Like Hank drops a one of those things over, it just lays out.
But then oh, go ahead.
Oh no, like in an Alien Covenant, right? Like David kills them all, and then you have the most interesting group of humans in the entire franchise showing up. But it's David's movie, and then they're all the biggest dummies I've ever seen in my life. But
Bruh.
you have the Predomorphs. You have like that awesome alien at the end. You have David. There's two Davids who are great. And like there's a scene like just that scene where he kills that woman, and then he's like, "No, you killed my friend. He trusted me." And like, really,
that's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah,
like, that's awesome. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if it was just the space jockey, but also it's like, I'm not gonna give you what you want.
It's the whiplash of the storytelling between Prometheus and Covenant, man. Because Prometheus, we have the puzzle box and it's beginning to open. And then we go to Covenant, where it's basically Alien 1.5.
Yeah.
Where we have these space truckers for all intents and purposes. But this time, a lot of them are scientists, actually. And they know what they're doing. But they go into an alien planet that, for what it's worth, it does have breathable air, but we're not going to wear spacesuits.
The security guards are the dum-dums. Like, they're the dumbest ones. That one guy, hey, I'm gonna go take a piss. And then he like squashes on those things. And then there's that one guy who walks right up to a space war and goes bloop, and then it goes into
I should inhale these fumes, these potentially. The whole movie is like that, man. And do you know what really makes it irritating? I made a point to watch the movies again before I went to see Romulus, and then I come back home, and then I watch Prometheus and Covenant, and I hurt my neck shaking my head at these two movies, because Alvarez makes a point to make sure that all actions have a real proper motivation, and that all the characters are servicing some point either of the plot or their character. And Prometheus, let's just take our helmets off. It's probably breathable.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm the geologist, but I'd get lost, even though I
look at rocks. That's what I do.
And since you have no interest in rocks, and kudos to that guy for putting weed in his spacesuit, because that is awesome. That was great.
You know what, man? I will watch a wildly uneven film just because it makes me feel something.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes you watch movies that are just so vanilla that it's not even worth your time. But at least you were shaking your head during these movies. For better or worse, you were like, no, don't touch that pore. Don't look in that thing. Wait, don't. Like, like, hey, like Tennessee, don't destroy 2,000 lives, and
we didn't come into space to not take any risks. Let's bring this World Trade Center size spaceship into a hurricane. It'll be fine. And then it is. What? Huh? Alien 3, as much as they did dirt to Fincher, when you watch the assembly cut, man, and you get all this extra Charles S. Dutton, he's got all this exposition, and he's just, actually, I went to jail in real life, so I do kind of run things here. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is to be a hardcore gangster on the edge of space, because I did it in real life. Yeah, it wasn't in outer space, but it was in actual jail. So every time Charles S. Dutton is on the screen, it's magnetic. And he runs those prisoners. So that movie is infinitely watchable, the assembly cut, And people are not stupid, except for Golick, who is actually insane. So in part 3 in the assembly cut, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it. He's actually a sociopathic murderer, but he's a really cheerful guy. So he will cut your throat, and sorry, and you're watching that like, oh my god, I get it though. And he wants to hang out with the alien because it's a murderer too, and it is actually, in its horrific H.R. Giger way, a beautiful thing to look at, as long as it's not right in front of you.
I always love when killers are like, I'm gonna go meet the other kid. Like, remember in like Predators when Topher Grace is like, I speak its language. The thing's like,
Bruh,
just
great twist.
yeah, like
That was a great. I did not see that coming.
listen, serial killers, don't befriend a xenomorph. Like,
Don't do
oh no,
it.
do actually do, but it's, but you know what, man, I will never forget that experience watching Prometheus when I was like 11 because it was just so dark and moody. And you know what's kind of funny is like I feel like Aliens was the action, like the R-rated action film that every 10-year-old saw because there's not too much nudity in it. There's no like,
We did.
there's no
We did.
like, you know, that and like Die Hard had some gratuitous nudity, but everyone's like or Die, and like people are like Die Hard 2, yeah, you're 10, it's fine. Like Die Hard, yeah, you're good. Like go watch it. Like I think Aliens was that. So like when I was watching Alien 3, I was like, ooh, this is different than what I
That movie's gory too,
yeah.
man. It's
and,
gory.
And I loved it though. That's why I will stick up for it no matter what happened to Fincher, no matter how he disavowed it. Like if you know what's, if a movie can stick with me that long for 30 plus years, then something about it must have spoken to me. And that did. But every single one of these movies has spoken to me, Norm. Like watching Alien Resurrection, I was like, Whedon sucks. But I was like, but I was like, and listen, I know I was never into Buffy. I think I only like Buffy because like, you know, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Neither was I. Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Everybody was kind of like, oh yeah, like he writes such great women. I'm like, yeah, he's the only dude doing it. Like, and these weren't great women. I think everyone just loved them because they were the only women on TV because television's horrifying. There were more, but you know what I mean. It's
I know what you're saying, man.
And yeah, it's so pithy. Like his pithiness.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't get into Buffy. I didn't get into Angel. I did watch Firefly, and then I saw Alien Resurrection, and then they said, okay, Joss Whedon is writing the Avengers, and I literally almost didn't go because I was like, this is the guy that wrote Alien Resurrection. Okay, did you think that was a good movie? This man is he's taking, you know, Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, the Hulk, compared to Spider-Man at the time. That was not it. Those characters were not it. There's a very good chance that this is going to be crap, man. Especially because at the time, the pinnacle of Marvel movies was like the trial of the Incredible Hulk on TV. You know, David Hasselhoff is Nick Fury, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? And this dude who thinks that Ripley should say, so who do I have to bang to get off this spaceship is a good idea? Oh, yeah. Thank God.
They should have let Jean-Pierre Jeunet just go full, like, you know, City of Lost Children, full delicatessen, like full Amelie. You know, like let's just make a French alien film. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just lose this Whedon guy and let's let Jean-Pierre do his thing.
Listen, Avengers turned out to be awesome because it turns out that Joss Whedon banter was actually Marvel banter. It was Marvel banter because it did sound like the comic books. Actually,
okay.
The banter was what they do in the comic books. But then, like you said, every single Marvel movie is a Marvel movie. There is, I mean, the difference between Thor 1, 2, 3, and 4. You finally get Taika Waititi, and they get funnier. But but Thor 1 is Kenneth Branagh, Shakespearean. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, we get more Shakespearean.
Father, mother.
And now everything seems to have a red tint on it because the Infinity Stone. Yeah. But Alien, creature from the Black Lagoon in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aliens, straight Vietnam allegory. Completely different. Part 3, we have our monster movie again. However, now it's super goth and brutal.
Yeah, it's like The Crow before The Crow.
Right.
Dark City.
Part 4, we get basically the beta test for the Avengers because there's witty banter all over. You know, there's so much witty banter.
You know what the problem
witty banter.
I guess the one problem with Resurrection is everyone's got the banter.
Everyone
You
is
can't
Tony Stark.
like Alien knew that two characters needed banter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alien 3, a couple people have banter. You can't have all quippers.
Everyone has banter.
Yeah, when everyone has banter, it's not good.
No,
but you know what though? Like the fact that she was a clone, clones and androids do well in this franchise. Like her.
Oh yeah, super science, bro.
You know what though? When I saw that baby alien of hers, and then it snapped the neck of the queen alien, I went, "All right, we're going there." Like, Norbert, I'm telling you, I was like, sure. Like even
bro,
if
it spoke.
Even at
it
15,
said "mama."
Yeah, but like at 15, I was like, all right. Like, I'm telling you, I didn't mind it.
It said "mama." It said "mama,"
and that's when I said,
"Oh, sweet Jesus." That one was 97. I said Alien 3 was 97. Yeah. That's the one I saw at college, and I was just, oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, but that was the peak of like Kevin Williamson dialogue as well. So it's like everyone was just quipping. Everyone. I'm surprised Ripley's like working in a video store now. Like, oh, you battle aliens like this.
I wanted, for example, the captain in Alien Resurrection. I forget his name, but he's that incredible actor.
Dan Hedaya.
No. Dan Hedaya is the captain of the space, the USS Auriga. He's always great.
Oh,
he's always great.
Are you talking about
the guy
Ron Perlman?
Ron. You see, this is how bad this movie is.
Oh, Michael Wincott.
Michael Wincott. Yes. Kiss the Girls. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The villain in Metro. He makes that Eddie Murphy movie, ladies and gentlemen. Underrated
Robin Hood,
movie.
The Crow.
Metro. Exactly. Why did he have to die so soon, bro? No one else? He's the most interesting person on screen for a long time in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is my opinion. Wincott needs to make it to the end because he was a badass dude.
But I mean, he always eats it. Nope. He eats it in a lot of movies. I think that's his thing. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It's like you bring him in and eat it.
Oh man, I'm literally exhausted. Talk about this.
Like, but Dan Hedaya is hilarious in it too. He's just like, he's like in a totally different movie.
He pulls his brain out and looks at it, and I just, if you want to hurt your neck or get neck exercises, ladies and gentlemen, by putting your head in your hands.
I interrupted you before, so my apologies on that, but just mute it.
No, that's fine. There's no reason to. This movie is absurd. And it's saying something that this science fiction movie is absurd, because all science fiction movies are inherently absurd by the nature.
Like, how many crappy sci-fi movies have we watched where you're like, oh yeah, I watched that? So like, at least with Resurrection at the end was like, mama, you're like, this took a swing. Like,
that was a choice.
Yeah. So you know what? When a movie makes a choice, I'll take it. Well, I don't agree with it, but you did it. Like, that's,
ladies.
I love that. I love when that happens. I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the new ranking of the Alien franchise.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The official movie, films, and flicks.
Don't do 1 and 2.
Okay, -1 and 2.
Yeah, and -1 and 2.
Okay, 1 and 2 we all know,
because you're 1 and 2.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah,
you all
2.
know.
Yeah,
you all know that Aliens and Alien, and really it depends on your sensibilities. Which one is one? Which one is two? Because to me they're both equally flawless movies. So
one.
The new number 1, ladies and gentlemen, go see it in theaters. Romulus. Period. Point blank. 100%. All right. And now we have to go through the detritus, ladies and gentlemen. 3 comes after Romulus. So you get Romulus, you get 3, and then we're gonna go Prometheus, because it's horny, it's weird, and you just get people making stupid choices. And then because people make even dumber choices, we go Covenant. And so that's new ranking. We can't put Alien vs. Predator in there.
No.
Because Alien vs. Predator is basically just a side story. It's not canon.
Mm-mm.
Especially because David creates the aliens. This means that they could not be on Earth in the year 2000.
I don't think David created the aliens.
He did.
No, because in Prometheus, there's a mural of the what do they call
it?
So no,
It
it's
kind of looks
another.
like a queen.
It's the alien that popped out of the engineer. It's
At
the
the
deacon.
end,
Yeah, they call it the deacon.
the deacon, right?
Yeah.
The deacon.
So the deacon is what's on that mural. So they,
Okay.
and then I mean also Romulus explains how you get the goo.
Yes, yes, yes. That's true.
So I
That's
think
true.
David was just like,
However,
I don't think David created it. I don't think the engineers created the xenomorphs. I just think they milked
Dave,
them.
David uses the goo to make everything that's in Covenant. He uses the goo
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
made it a he made it a point. And he said that the one thing that's missing, which Billy Crudup didn't get, I've been missing one
What's
thing to
in there?
continue my experiments. Exactly. And the thing that he was missing was humans. So it's the human DNA mixing with, because, the way that the species works, anything that the face hugger latches onto is going to have alien characteristics plus whatever it is. So that's why Alien 3, it's kind of like a dog, a little bit, you know, and Alien Resurrection, they're mixing it with different kinds of creatures. Actually, no, they're making a bunch of weird mistakes with Ripley. So some of them come out looking more alien than human. Some of them come out looking more human than alien. But David is using the goo to make aliens. So when we get that little blah 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 in Romulus, he has to make it first. He uses the goo. This is where the goo comes from in the Xenos. And so if David makes the aliens, that means that you don't get Alien versus Predator. Those are outside of canon.
Wait, but the deacon existed thousands, so that those people were dead for 2,000 years. And the
Right.
space jockey was fossilized, which is thousands of years, and the space jockey had eggs on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I mean, that's thousands of years before David existed.
Yeah, it's true.
I just think David got the goo and was like, "I'm great. I'll just create it." Like,
He
so,
made the eggs.
so I think originally they extracted the goo from like the deacons, and then they destroyed planets, created planets, and then David got the goo, and then he reverse engineered it back into these things. I don't think he created, but he didn't create. That's my theory.
David's basic explanation in Covenant is that he killed Numi Rapace and used her reproductive system.
Yeah.
He gives basically that explanation. And by way of using her reproductive system with the goo, you get the eggs. The eggs get you the face hugger. There was a weird face hugger in Prometheus, sure, but even then, it came out of a human being.
Yeah.
You got to have humans to get the weird alien looking ones. And yeah, they did have a deacon. And it's true, we share DNA with the engineers. So I guess you could. But clearly, that guy was freaked out by that face hugger.
Yeah.
That was not a thing he had ever seen before. And
Yeah.
it came out like a calamari.
It puts up a good fight too.
Oh man. The dude is clearly not skipping leg day. He's just in the gym. In New York, we call him brolic in my generation. He's just jacked. The engineers are jacked. There wasn't a fat engineer on that planet before David killed them all. They're all jacked.
I love that they all showed up to welcome the ship back after thousands of years. They're like, "Oh, it's back."
Do you remember back in the day when space shuttle launches were a thing that they would stop TV for? And then unfortunately the Challenger happened. And then we're not showing these on TV anymore.
Yeah.
Because America's children watch that live.
And like family shit, like baby engineers showed up.
Yeah. It was a thing to watch humans come into and go, come out of and go into space. It was a big deal. So sure, why not? But this is Norbert's theory on alien propagation. Alien versus Predator and Requiem, they're out of canon.
Yeah, they don't exist.
They're out of canon. They're side stories.
Right. My ranking, I'm gonna do Prometheus, Romulus. No, Prometheus, Prometheus, Alien 3, Romulus, Covenant, Resurrection.
Oof.
Prometheus, man. Listen, I love Romulus, but here's the thing: it's so straightforward and well done and simple, and like in Prometheus, you're watching like, why don't you just run to the left? Like there's like you at least, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, like that. I enjoy Prometheus, and I think Romulus is it's not going to ever rank. I love it. Here's the thing, though. You got to understand, I love Alien 3. I love Prometheus. I love Romulus. Like, this isn't like I hate them less. Like, I just like one more. But I think with Romulus, I watched and I was like, yeah. And then I kind of left the theaters like, that was cool. Like, when I left Prometheus, I was like, what the?
What did I just watch?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you know, I don't really think about Resurrection much because it doesn't do anything for the franchise. You know, Covenant does nothing for the franchise other than probably okay, best performances. Like, I mean, we got you know, obviously we have Sigourney Weaver, Oscar nominated.
Oh yeah, 86.
But like Fassbender, dude, Fassbender's awesome.
Oh, he nails it.
In Covenant, he's 100%. Incredible. And I also think David Johnson is really good in Romulus because he has to play, you know.
Which one is David Johnson?
He's the android. And Andy.
Oh, woo! That man right there, bro. Yo, the changes he goes through, the joy, the oddness.
Yeah.
He was magnetic anytime he was on screen.
So
anytime he was on screen.
And I'll say Hudson, you know, Billy P.
Yeah, Bill Paxton, R.I.P.
Yeah, and Michael Biehn's great. But then I gotta take like, man, it's gotta be someone from 3. Like probably like Dutton or Dance.
For me, it's Dutton.
Yeah, like those are my 5.
Somehow Dutton is like the heart of that movie, even though he's clearly a sociopath. You know,
and he has to sacrifice himself.
You pity Charles Dance, you pity him, but then again, he's also kind of a piece of crap too because of what he did. You know, his actions led to the deaths of a lot of people because I love cocaine. You know, I like making speedballs. Whoops. I gave the wrong dosage and killed a bunch of people. Oh, well, but you know, he's Charles Dance. So
he does it every week.
Spectacular actor.
Yeah.
He's spectacular. So
I'll do the Charleses. I'm going to combine them.
Dutton and Dance, baby. D&D.
Yeah. C&D, right? 2 C&Ds.
That's right. That's right. Charles Dutton, Charles Dance.
The C&D Music Factory.
D, C, C, and D. I'll make it quick.
C, D.
C and D. I'll make it quick and painless. Boom, 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 boom.
Sacrifice yourself now. Like poor Dutton, man. Mimic, Legion. He's always sacrificing himself.
Yo.
Yeah. Hey, now add Predator 2, Predators, and the Predator into the mix. And Prey.
Okay. You want to rank those?
Yeah. How do you rank those now with the Alien movies?
Well, obviously Predator.
No Predator. No Predator.
Oh, no Predator.
Predator 2, Predators.
Okay, so 2 Predators.
The Predator and Prey. Yeah. So 4. So then we're basically ranking 4. What? How many?
There are 4 movies.
Yeah, 4 movies and then 4 Alien films.
Okay. The same way that you love, same way that you have this psychotic love for Prometheus. That's how I feel about Predator 2. It is a stupid movie.
It's great.
I love Predator 2.
Danny Glover's the goat in it. Like they show a video for him one time, and they're like, his temper or something is 630% higher than most people.
Yes, because there are all these movies in the 90s and the 80s where the police captain is yelling at the underlings, but Danny Glover gives it right back to the police captain, bro. He's like, what? Why don't you get back to your cage? I'll show you a cage. I'm gonna murder you, yo. All right. And then you get Ruben Blades, musician turned actor.
Yeah.
All right. You get your boy Billy P. You know what I'm saying? And you got Leona. She's wonderful. Man, we're dying, man. It's getting crazy out here. You know, you have the
Gary B.
You have Busey with all the teeth. You have the very questionable Jamaican voodoo posse. The problematic Jamaican voodoo posse. You literally can't make that movie again.
You know, that's another one when I watch, like every kid had watched Predator, but then you watch Predator 2 and you're like, whew.
This movie's a lot.
Yeah,
This movie, so
it's
it starts
violent.
with it starts with brutal murder,
Yeah,
and then you get just gratuitous sex scene. You get boobs, and this predator is clearly not as smart as the other one in the first movie.
no,
But Danny Glover is just like, I will go toe to toe with you, man.
chase
I'm
it,
not even trying.
chase
I'm
it
just
down,
chasing you. I'm just chasing you all over the rooftops of
and
LA.
swearing the whole time like son of a bitch. Oh shit.
You know, Danny boy, want some candy? Predator 2. Absolutely, Predator 2. So Predator 2, Predators, because that movie is also amazing. It takes you off of Earth, for Christ's sake. And then we get Walton Goggins
Walty
as
Goggins.
as a sociopath. Man,
I just
when I
rape
get back
people.
home, I'm gonna do so much raping. And he's just, you believe him. You believe him, you know? And if for some reason you end up liking him, that's even more horrific that this movie makes you like him. Like he's a really bad person. And they're all murderers. Even the soldiers, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
got
They're all
Mahershala Ali. You got
murderers.
Mahershala Ali on there. You got
Yeah.
like
The cast is spectacular. The dialogue is great. My boy Adrian Brody representing New York City. He got his six pack on. He does his best Marky Mark acting class impression. They wanted us. They wanted to see what we do. So they flushed us out.
there's two different brands of aliens, the berserkers and like that. There's a warring faction.
We were just talking about how there's basically no lore. And come to find out, there are tiny ones. They're kind of jerks too, who are just because we're bigger than you. So we introduced the concept of bullying to the Predator Society. That's amazing.
And then
Like
Fishburne pops up and slows the movie down for like 20 minutes.
this, you see, and this is where I disagree vehemently with people because people say the movie stops dead when Fishburne comes in, and for me, I I just pull up a chair, and now my eyes are 2 inches from the screen because Fishburne is clearly unhinged. He's clearly insane from the time that you see him because he's been on the planet for 10 years. He's a good man, but he's not quite right in the head, to quote Ren and Stimpy. He's done. You know what I mean? He's just surviving. I take what I can.
He's gone full
When
David.
I can. He's no one is safe. No one is your friend when you're on an alien hunting preserve.
Yeah, Death Planet.
Yeah. All right. Then we get Prey. And that's not because Prey is, like you said, it's not worse than those other ones, but it's definitely the one that I have seen the least because it felt like something that you sit down, you watch it, you're like, "Ooh, this is kind of visceral. It's real," you know. But then you just have to make yourself believe, you know, that this woman is going to kill this thing with no technology whatsoever. But then again, you didn't have a problem believing it in Predators when the samurai sword is there, and it's clearly like, okay, well, the samurai did it, so why can't she?
And she
You know what I'm
tricks him
saying?
too with the mud and then the gun.
She's
So
brilliant.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, she puts it together. She figures it out. So Prey is an excellent movie. You know what I'm saying? Then you have The Predator, which is just a perfectly cromulent film. It's fine. It's just again, everyone has banter.
The only good one's Sterling K. Brown. Like he's
Yeah,
he's in another movie, and everyone's bantering in that movie, and he's in another movie.
he is.
Like
He is because he's
above.
insane.
Yeah, he is. He's the only good part of
He's
that movie. Like Olivia
yeah,
Munn, and like Yvonne Strahovski, she's great, but she's sort of in it. Like Thomas Jane's in it. Keegan
yeah,
Michael Key, like they're all wasted.
yeah,
The
yeah,
the cool
yeah.
dude from
It's
Moonlight, I like him. Like
yeah.
and then nothing.
Everyone has banter. You cannot have everyone do banter.
Yeah,
So the
everyone can't
whole
do that.
movie is banter. The
No
whole
banter.
movie's banter.
So yeah, if I had to rank them all, man, I kind of want to put Romulus higher. I would go Predator 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would do Prometheus.
I hate you.
And then I would do Alien 3, and then I would do Prey, then I would do Romulus, then I would go for The Predator's last. Yeah, someone just put Predator last. The Predator. Because that movie is bad. And then Predators, it's before Alien Covenant and it's before Alien Resurrection. So there's still like, it's mid-table. Predators, man. Okay. Adrian Brody. I love the idea of Predators, but then you watch it, Adrian Brody, I'm gonna go on down there and I'm gonna kill this thing. It just throws me off. It's like, Brody, you're a great actor, man. Just talk like this.
The Marky Mark School of Acting, bro. You have to. You're in it or you're not. So what are we gonna do? These plants, they're going crazy.
No,
they're killing everybody.
Are you gonna kill me in our sleep? No.
So you just take it down a notch, and that's how you get. They use particle weapons and camouflage. That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
I can't stand
That's all it is.
I love the movie, but I hate that. I hate the voice. It's going to get me. Like I've covered that movie like 3 times on MFF, and because I keep thinking I love it, and then I watch it again. I'm like, well,
His name is Royce, for Christ's sake, man. He's awesome.
I like Braga. I like Topher Grace's turn. You know, yeah. I like the dueling like warlords. I like the samurai. Danny Trejo's in it. Mahershala Ali's in it. Like, there's a cool. I like the Russian dude. He's really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But yeah, Norbert, this was great, and we did it. We did it again.
This is it, man. We will talk about Alien until the heat death of the universe, or until the Xenomorphs finally invade. And I, for one, cannot wait to run from our alien overlords, because they will just take over the planet.
Earth is done. No one's going to coordinate.
It's a wrap, son. The new show from Noah Hawley is going to be called Alien Earth.
That's my man.
And it's supposed to be before Alien, which means that probably it's going to explain why the Nostromo went.
Oh,
that's my assumption,
man.
Just from seeing the synopsis.
He's the best. Legion's the best superhero show aside from Daredevil ever. I'm just gonna say it. And Fargo's great.
Fargo is great.
He was gonna make a Doctor Doom movie. Noah Hawley was gonna make a Doctor Doom movie, and then
we didn't deserve that.
Fox is like,
stop.
Nah,
we didn't deserve that.
You lost your minds.
We didn't deserve it.
Get out of here. All right, Norbert, where can people find you?
I am at Eddie Kane on Twitter.
You just reminded me of
this. Sitting like a rose on it. I am. Stone Temple Pilots? No.
Yeah. What's it? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. It can't be Soundgarden. It's one of those. I am standing like Stone Temple, Dead and Bloated by Stone Temple Pilots.
Oof. Another thing that you guys missed, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm dead and bloated.
90s rock ruled.
Yeah. Oh man.
Until Sugar Ray.
Well, Hootie hit in 94 and 5. But no, Sugar Ray changed it. I just want to fly.
That song.
But you know, I remember I got in utero in the Pearl Jam one with the dog on the fence, the 2 cassettes for like $20. And it was like the best day. I was like 10, 12, and I walked in and just bought those 2. Like, I loved it.
Soundgarden.
Oh yeah.
Stone Temple Pilots. Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, Green Day. Live. That's the generation for me right there.
Live rocked it too.
For sure. So
sorry.
At Eddie Kane on Twitter, Norbert Moorman on SoundCloud. Pop me into YouTube, Norbert Moorman, see what comes up. You may get a surprise.
When are we getting our Deep Blue Sea song?
Bro, I keep doing my homework and forgetting about that song. Oh my God. It's like on the tip of my tongue at all times.
You have more important things to do. It's all good. Get your schooling done. But hey, Norbert, thank you for joining me, man. Thanks for going with this idea.
That's right, man. Get away from her, you bitch.
Get away from her. You bitch.
So cringe. So
Kaylee
great.
Spaney's awesome though, man. Like she's cool. I just love the pain
Period.
it puts those people through. Oh my gosh. Makes me so happy.
Really.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Norbert Morvan, the Prometheus lover, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.
Prometheus.